Hey, while I was in the city, I wanted to respond to an email I got some excellent questions from David, who's a student in my class, and I don't know if I'll go over all 8 of them, but these are really good questions. 1, should I be only calling on agencies that already have people working in my area? That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter whether they have 50 agents in your area or nobody in your area. I don't think that matters. 2, what type of questions should I ask about the agency where I'm interviewing? Well, you might ask, like, for instance, what makes a successful agent at their agency? There's so many different agencies out there. There's all sorts of different arrangements, and some agencies are right for some people and not for others. Can I straight up ask them what the commission rate is? Yes, although I don't think I'd lead with that. Maybe later on in the interview, I think I'd ask that question. Is there a training period where I can watch them learn? Well, that's another question you should ask. Once I've signed on with an agency, how do I go about creating leads and gaining business? That's the most important question, and you should not wait until you sign on an agency to start thinking about that. Remember, you cannot solicit business until you're actually licensed, but you should start thinking about that right now. The number one thing is that you should make a list of everyone you know on a database or a piece of paper, whatever you want to use. Google Sheets is a great way. Simply call those people and ask them what is or who do they know that's going to be buying or selling in the next 30 to 90 days. If you take anything from this video, you should take that. Make a list of people that you know, call them up and ask them who do they know that's buying or selling in the next 30 to 90 days. That's the next question. How quickly do agents start making money? It can take months at least. See question number 4 about leads. It's all about leads. If you have leads, you'll make money sooner. Well, you get the idea. When someone buys a house, is the commission rate built into the price of the house? Yes, and the commission rate is paid by the seller, and that's by arrangement through the multiple listing service, and so the closing attorney and your broker to make sure that you get paid. Do bigger name agencies attract more business to make up for the lower commission? I don't think they're going to attract more business to you. That's your job to attract the business. But just because you went with big agency name doesn't mean that you're going to do more deals. It has nothing to do with that. Why are you going to do more deals? Because you created the leads yourself. That's how you create more deals. Is there a difference between buying and selling agent? Well, yeah. Especially like who would I work with? It's better usually to work with sellers. Sellers have a lot of spin-off marketing opportunities with sellers, so I would say better to work with sellers. However, when you're new, it's more likely to get buyer side leads because buyers are a little bit more flexible with who they'll work with in terms of a buyer agent. Sellers want to make sure that they're selling with an experienced agent typically. It doesn't mean you can't start off right away with the seller agent or seller client, but typically when you start off, buyer leads are easier to get. Excellent questions, David.